Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the DJ Sessions Presents the Virtual Sessions, where we feature the best DJs, producers, and industry professionals from around the world. I'm your host, Darren, and right now I'm sitting in the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington, and coming to us almost halfway around the world from London, we have none other than Nathassia on the show today. Nathassia, how's it going?
Hi, Darren. Really good. Thank you. And thank you for having me on your show today.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. I know it took a little bit of time to get us together. You know, everything was going on. You were having so much fun at EDC earlier this year and going around traveling and doing all your fun stuff that we finally got you in the virtual studio. So happy to be here. Nathassia, aka Goddess is a DJ. Okay, starting off, I am so blown away by one of this major milestone accomplishments. Goddess is a DJ radio show on 100 stations, up to 6 million weekly listeners. When did that all get started and what made you want to do a radio show?
Well, it's kind of all started during during COVID. I used to. Well, I only so I used to when COVID came in, I couldn't perform with my band anymore. So I at some point I got really depressed because of everything that was going on, and I thought, what am I gonna do now? So I dusted off some those CDJs, some old ones, and then I thought, well, I'll try it and make a mix, and then I made my first mix, and then I started live streaming it from my bedroom, like everyone else was doing on Facebook at the time, really. So and then I just got kind of, but it was really just the first time that I made that I had a first mix. I had never done anything before. And then my fans started jumping on, and they were like really excited about it, and it was really to my big surprise, because I had never thought that I would will be to be DJing. Really, it's like, seriously, I never thought that I would. So now, in after when I did my when I made my fifth mix, it then got taken by DIFM, digitally important. Important as well. And then so that was the first one of the biggest, so that's one of the biggest electronic dance music stations on internet radios. And so they were the first, and from there it just went from monthly, I went to weekly, and now it's on, yeah, like you said, 6 million weekly listeners. So kind of
That's
been
awesome.
a roller coaster, how I'm explaining it, but yeah.
I want to give some shout outs to some of your fans right now that are watching you on Facebook. I believe we got Archangel UK, Nuno Oliveira, I hope I said that right, and Aaron Jackson coming in. Thank you for tuning in today
Hi
and
guys.
watching the show. Please share the show and tell some friends. So you mentioned that you started doing a live streaming DJ channel. You know, it's so interesting that we were doing a live streaming show for about 10 years. And I told people, you know, in 2009 that this was going to be a medium that you're going to use as a DJ to connect with the world. You know, you won't just have to be a local entity anymore, and it won't just be an audio feed. You're going to have video. And it took 10 years and a pandemic to make the entire world jump online. And, you know, that was a very interesting time in 2020, watching everyone come on board and come on board. So congratulations on the success with that. You also have a live TV channel as well. Is that in conjunction with the radio show, or is that
Um,
something that's aside from
well,
that?
so when I started live streaming from my bedroom, these yeah, they jumped. So
No, no, that's where we started too. So it's
is where
okay.
I started, in my bedroom. So yeah, one of the they jumped in, Maestro. They jumped in, and they offered me my own streaming platform. But because I have about 1 million fans all over my social media, they I couldn't get them all on, because at some point Facebook started blocking it, and so then and also I couldn't stream to everywhere at the same time. I tried Twitter, I tried Twitch, and it was not as good. Also, I didn't like it that like there was like different chat rooms, so there was fans chatting over here, so I couldn't. It's hard to then keep track of all of them. So then they came with a really cool yeah, idea. So I got my own streaming platform there. Yeah, Goddess is a DJ TV. And yeah, and it was great because all my fans were in one place. And yeah, it was really cool. You could like really do like avatars, and yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, back in the day, again, going back to going back to 2009, we had very limited bandwidth. So I mean, it's almost embarrassing to look at our old streaming shows from then, and we thought it was high quality and was awesome, and it was like, oh my god, what were we doing? But no, I mean, I was going to actually build. I know what you're talking about, having to stream to multiple platforms and doing that. That nothing like what we're using right now. We're on the Restream platform, and I don't work for them. I'm not endorsed by them or sponsored by them, but I
Yeah,
love this platform we're on now because back in the day, I would have had to set up an individual computer for each place that I wanted to stream to,
yeah.
but then I would have had to have bandwidth for each of those. And the most bandwidth I could get at the time was 2 megabit upload. But
Okay.
really, it was like 0.1 megabit up or
Yeah,
1 megabit upload. So there wasn't gonna be a bandwidth to like stream to, because I wanted to stream to Justin TV, I wanted to stream to Twitch, I wanted to stream to Ustream, Restream, all of them that were out there at the time. But I
yeah,
totally know what you mean about consolidating and put them all into one place. And that's what I tell a lot of artists that, they use these platforms and then like Facebook shuts you down for
yeah,
copyright. YouTube shuts you down for copyright. Twitch
yeah,
is still kind of on the advocacy. I know Twitch's platform, we're a featured partner with them, how they get away with it, but controlling your brand, controlling your entity, sending people say, hey, I'm live, go to my website, watch me on my website, chat
yeah,
on my website, and stay there. And what that does for the SEO ranking alone, I wish more artists understood how important that was for
yeah,
brand control.
yeah.
If you could describe your music in 3 words, what 3 words would you use?
Um, um, there's actually like a recent press, they actually described me as undescribable. It's like a quote that cannot be defined in a few words. I agree because I totally don't really, but it's always electronic. Um, and but because I like so many different things. I grew up with because I grew up multicultural, so I grew up with listening to loads of different music, like you name it, and I've listened to it. Like so, but I guess I like to, when I get the chance to implement some of my cultural, like background like influences, instruments, a bit of a here and there, not really that prominent, but sort of there. And um yeah, I said I don't know.
And you're not original. You're not from the UK. You're actually
No,
from.
I am from the Netherlands,
Oh,
but
okay.
I was born in the Netherlands. But so my father is Dutch, but my mother is from Indian descent. So my great grandparents, they came from India, but my mother was born in South America, in Suriname, which is a country is just above Brazil. And it used to be a Dutch colony, and before that, it used to be an English colony, but nobody nobody remembers. And they have there is a lot of different cultures living together there. So I grew up with lots of different styles. So also South Latin music, South American music, Indian music, or EDM, like everything. So yeah,
And
kind
you
of a
mentioned that you try to put a lot of the music that the styles, the culture that you grew up with in your tracks. Your latest release, My House. Tell us all about that. What is My House all about?
my house is very personal to me because it's about so the song is special because it's in aid of Childline. So Childline is a charity that gives a safe place to everyone up to the age of 19, with whatever their worry, whenever they need help. You can go on the website and get information about lots of different things to do with mental health. Um, and so this song is very important to me and special because of the lyrics. And when I perform it in my students and school tour, it's really really cool because everyone joins in and they sing along to the lyrics. If you come to my husband, and then it goes, we want a safe place where everything is good, free in our own space, where we can set the mood.
Mhm.
I've got a little flyer here. You can see it here. As it were. You can see
Awesome.
me in front of a dream house in
We'll
a
have to,
child.
we'll have to have the Zoom come in later on or something after. Now, how well is that? Is that? I had some notes here, and is that the one that's charting as a number one single on Beatport?
Yes, it was. It's a number one in Beatport releases. It was really excited because it was in two charts at the same time. It was the dance electro pop one, the number one, and the house one. So and yeah, so I was partying for days. Really.
I bet. Awesome. And
Yeah.
you had a second release as well, Diamonds, as a follow up. And how's that been received out there? And tell us a little bit about that song.
Yeah, so Diamonds is with Diamonds was with made with Chris Burke, and it's of course it's the classic from Rihanna, of course, a classic cover, but in an EDM dancey style, and I really loved singing on that, and it has already passed 1 million streams, so it's really cool.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Awesome. You know,
Thanks.
how would you define success as a DJ slash producer? Is it a Beatport top 10 hit, sold out tour? What are your thoughts on this?
Um, I have thought about this, and I think about this often because sometimes you kind of you think, oh, when I get that, it's like no, and then you have it, and then oh, then you're on to the next thing again. So, and I'm really quick on that, so I have to like no take a breath and no, and enjoy the moment of no celebration. But success, I think, to me, it's as because um yeah, it's kind of you never really, so I don't really have this one big thing that I'm working towards because I know that one day I'll have it and then it'll be what's next sort of thing. So so I made this deal with myself that I would enjoy everything, so as long as it's better than the thing that you did before, and then that's good, that's success to me. And Also being happy in doing what you're doing. um I really like connecting with my fans. uh that's, to me, that is success because I'm able to connect with so many people, and if I could, then I could would like to get to know them all and all over the world. Yeah, I think that's, it's not really an answer, I think, one answer, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You
Yeah,
know, it's to a lot of people, it's success to them is just making music. You know, the ability that maybe they don't have to work a day job and they get to just make music for a living, and
yeah,
even though they're
exactly.
scraping by, or sometimes success is that they get to go see the world, or
Yeah,
like you said, sometimes it's meeting the fans and meeting the people. It
yeah.
could be any level of what you determine what your own level of success is, not measuring yourself to somebody else. That's, I think, a lot of people get caught up in that, and they say, well, I want to be up top here. And they don't
Mhm.
understand that maybe that person spent $150,000 on PR and this and that and this
Of
to
course,
get
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
Of course,
you're
it's all different when
all
when you
different when you start
it, it's
putting
all
different
different.
factors into play. So definitely interesting. But yeah, that's awesome.
Also,
Where
it's also yeah, also like when I was little, I made this thing that I really wanted to do this. So also one big thing is that success, because I'm doing what I said that I was going to do and that I really wanted to do.
Mhm,
And well, the cheesy saying, following your dream,
mhm.
kind of thing. So yeah, that's what it kind of means
I
to me.
can I can definitely relate to that. Being in the film and television industry for, gosh, I'd say since 1992.
Yeah.
So almost 31 years. But I've been playing around with video cameras and stuff since I was 6. So I've been kind of doing video and stuff since I was a very young child. And
Yeah.
being able to now do video and travel the world and interview artists like such as yourself. And it's kind of like a lifelong dream, and it's awesome. Where was one of the weirdest moments you've ever heard one of your songs play?
Um. I think well, the one that I really remember was when I had just during my work placement. So I studied music management in the Netherlands, and then in the second year, I came here and did a work placement, a work experience with a company that's the one that's now my management as well. So kind of roll into that. It was a very successful work placement. But so. I think the first time, because I sang on this by luck, by coincidence, I sang on this on this record that became a huge global club hit all over the world. And that was my first time that I ever had done something. And the I then heard it in in the car. So, and I didn't really have a realization of what had happened. Like, because I just came from, I'm from Gouda, so it's a very small town. I like goes, and then I come here during my work placement, and I had this club, this hit record, and then I was in the car with my manager actually, and he's like, "Oh, look, it's on the radio, it's on Kiss FM," because at the moment it was A-list on Kiss FM, and I was like, Kiss FM. So I didn't really realize how big of a thing that was, and so I was really overwhelmed, and I was like, kind of. So I remember that one, but it was not really a real weird place, but it was. I do remember it.
It's funny you mentioned you heard it in the car. It was kind of a weird place. Often ask producers a lot if they do the car test. When you're producing a track,
Yeah.
do you take it in the car and then go listen to it in the car?
I know what you mean, and yeah, I did that as well.
And
Yeah,
I was just at ADE recently. I had somebody say, I don't just do the car test. I do the phone test. I do the iPod test. I do all the different types of headset tests just to make sure
yeah,
it sounds good everywhere.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You were at EDC this year. How was that?
Oh, it's totally crazy. Yeah, it was amazing though. We really, I never really in anything like it. It's like it's like everything is like the decor, it's yeah, really really cool, and I got to see really 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 great artists. It was, yeah, it was, I was I couldn't walk anymore after that. I still had like a whole Las Vegas week after that, and I was like no, I had to take one day off after those 3 days, just because no, it was so mad. Um, yeah, I saw the Afrojack sunrise set,
Hmm.
which was very very cool.
Hmm.
And yeah, lots of work. Yeah, it was really really great experience.
I think it was 2020. I went to the one, no, I went
Yeah,
to 2022.
yeah, okay, yeah,
I
cool.
think it was right the first one after pandemic. And it was very interesting because a friend of mine that I went with, we had VIP tickets. It was pretty awesome. But he's like, it was really interesting. I'm sure you didn't experience this time around. Was that your first EDC or was
Yes,
that
yes,
okay?
yes, it was.
So he said it was very surreal because every EDC that he had been to before, you couldn't see the pavement. There were that many people around. So
Oh
for
yeah.
him to be there, it kind of felt like a ghost town because it only felt like half capacity. And it was
Oh
like, there's still, to me, this is still a
yeah.
lot of people. I was blown away. Like you said, the decor,
Yeah,
the ambiance, the nuance, everything there, the stages. It was just a phenomenal experience. I would recommend that for anyone to go at least one time to go to EDC. You know,
yeah,
I would love to go to Tomorrowland and Electric Forest and a lot of the stateside stuff, but you know, I really want to go more international. Now, if you could choose one international show to go to, which one would that be and why?
oof. Well, I've really also been to like say like boom festival. So when you go like that kind of way, I once, well, during my studies I went, and I drove all the way through the mountains. It was really hardcore seriously, in a rented car. And I arrived, and at first, yeah. So I was meeting my friends over there. So I arrived on my own. It was like first time that I was there. It was crazy. So I think I like a festival like that. I That's probably one of my favorite. It's just like a surreal. It's like I will remember it for forever. Like, um, and yeah. Well, still, yeah. Tomorrowland, really. I think I can't really say anything else. Yeah.
We're going to take a pause right here for shout outs right now. Best
Oh
Deity, Richard Elliott, Vanessa X Anna, Vera Calliar, Michael Stewart Neal. Let's see who else. And come on, if they're chatting too fast, I can't get them. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Okay, now we're back to the questions, back to the show. If you could host an event
yeah.
without any limitations, Black American Express card, money is not an object, what 5 things would you have at that event?
Okay. I have to think about that. I have to think about it. Yeah. So, um, a roller coaster.
Okay.
Um, I I really like, because I've been thinking. I really like this the wedding chapel thing in EDC. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I almost wanted to know, like, get someone and say
I
that's
remember that. I remember seeing that there.
um 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 probably like like a four stage.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe something multicultural, like I've always like some kind of a place where there's like lots of different traditional things from people, like dances and music, um and then all it's like all together kind of thing. Does it make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How many have I still got left? Was that it?
You got 2 left.
We won. um Free drinks.
That's always a bonus.
Free drinks. um um well, let's say um probably fire dancers, maybe, like no, the ones that dance with them hula hoops and
You know,
everything.
I
I
was
always
wondering if you were gonna say that or not. That kind of popped in my head psychically, and I'm
really,
thinking halfway around the world, she's gonna mention something with fire dancers. I bet, I bet, I bet.
it's
So,
one of my things that I always know about now that I've done the DJing thing. I've
mhm,
scrapped DJing off my bucket list. So another thing that I want to do is learn the fire hula hooping thing, but
mhm.
I don't think it's something that you can just try it at home. But
No.
but it's just
Well, I
my
think they practice without it on fire
my
first.
house, and then so far.
Yeah, I think they practice with it not on fire
Yeah.
first, and then they
Yeah,
light it.
I have. Yeah, I do practice a lot of hula hooping, but I think it's very, yeah, yeah. I'll put it on my list to next try.
So, what's the best experience you've ever had behind the DJ booth? Because I know
um,
you played this really exotic location. You were the first to ever do something, and I'm trying to lead you into that.
ah, yeah, I didn't DJ there. I sang.
Oh, you say okay.
Yeah, Egyptian. Yeah. The best one was I just performed the Ministry of Sound a few weeks ago
Right
for the
on.
first time. So yeah, that was so that my best one. And but what you're talking about, that was yeah, I was the first electronic music artist to perform at the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, in Luxor, in the temple. So it's a very, very, very sacred place. Have you ever seen the pictures of it?
I know
So
pictures of it. Yeah, I know of it.
yeah,
Yes.
so they had built a stage right in the middle of, like, right in front of those big so there's like massive statues going over here, and then it was this massive stage like that, and with a big ink on it. Now there's the symbol thingies. um and there was my fans. So Egypt is the first country that I sort of became a celebrity, and I arrived at the airport, and I had the Minister of Tourism waiting for me, like going, "Hey, Nathassia." I was like, "What?" And going, and then it was like a police escort. Literally, I'm not joking. Police escort who took me to my hotel room. Like literally a police escort took me to my hotel room, and then I was there. The top suite was like big. No, it was like anyway. But that was so. I had not realized that I was so famous in Egypt. And then so I had fans of me. They traveled 600 kilometers just from Cairo to Luxor just to see me perform. And then, and as icing on the cake, I also got to meet the princess of Egypt. Egypt. Which,
Wow.
yeah, so it was it was really great. So I sang one of my songs, Egypt's Queen, which is about the bust of Nefertiti. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like a bust.
Hmm.
It's in Berlin, the museum. It's like a
Oh
really
yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
queen,
Yes.
yeah, ancient queen. They found this bust. It's in and so yeah, it was called the Nefertiti Fashion Festival. So yeah, it was, yeah, so it's really awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
It
do
was
you become?
the
Oh, go
first time,
ahead.
the first time that music was allowed in this place, so it was even more special. So
Wow, what an accomplishment. Do you become a different person when you get on stage? Or are you a different person when you get off stage? Or is Natasha, no matter where she's at?
Yeah. So I don't think I become a different person. I think I become, or I look more confident. And I think when I'm on stage, I have this. So normally I'm not very confident. I'm very shy. I'm very like this. So when I've had this since a very young age, when I started to realize that I wanted to make shows and be performer, that when I'm on stage, I feel that I have no inhibition, so I push myself harder to go past things that stop me, block me from ever say, oh, I'm too scared to do that. I just have this thing that I can push through, and that way I can be more artist. So I feel that I'm more letting go, and so more inhabited, sorry if I'm saying the wrong so still
Okay.
more so yeah,
Inhibited.
I feel that I'm more freer, that I can
Mm.
give a good show and kind of, yeah. So I think I'm not a different person, but maybe more freer without anything blocking me.
And do you think, in regards to your DJ Mag Top 100 campaign, do you feel that's going to help rise you to the ranks and get you up there and get you into that top 100? Is that one of your goals?
Not really. I'm not really. The DJ my top 100 DJ is like I kind of just I wasn't really gonna do, but then they can, so because my radio show had about 5 million listeners at the time, and now it's 6 million. It grew real fast in the last 2 months. I then so I had so my there were people around me saying, no, you can no, to have a go, but I'm like, no, I just, because I honestly, I only just, for me it's like I just started. Of course now I've got 6 million listeners, I can't say I'm not a, no, I'm not a DJ anymore, but in the beginning I was like, yeah, but no, I'm a singer. I mean, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, but the DJing thing was new. So when I started this campaign, I was a bit like, no, like, okay, but I thought I'll give it a go. And I was very grateful because DJ Mac allowed me to participate because of my radio show. First, because it has 6 million weekly listeners. So and yeah, I'll show you. And then I was grateful to be able to be part of it. So I don't think it's just kind of, I'm very grateful to be part of the DJ band. And then I was in it as well this month.
Awesome.
This in this DJ match. So
Right on.
that's in Las Vegas. So that anyway, that picture in the,
DJ
yeah.
Mags, they're one of the sponsors of ADE. Did you get a chance to make it to ADE this year?
Yes, just yeah, I did, yeah. Um,
Awesome. I wish we could have caught up there. We had a killer
oh,
houseboat right on the canals, right in the center
oh,
of
really?
town. Yeah.
Oh, I miss.
Yeah, we had a great time. It was fun. That was
Okay.
our second year going. And but how was your ADE? Did you get a chance to make a lot of connections, meet a lot of people, do any performances?
I did. So I hadn't, I didn't plan to go. Other times I did plan to go, but this time I didn't plan because I had some family things to do. But I went to the Armada party, so I did a lot of, met with people that I'm working with, and so I went to the Armada party. I went to Diplo, and it was really so fast. Where did I go again? The oh yeah, and I met the DJ Mac. Sorry, I met with DJ Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a wonderful place to connect with so many people from around the world. Our brand, the DJ sessions, used to be a lot of stateside, U.S. based kind of things, and basically when people would come to Seattle, where we're based out of, we would do interviews with them here,
Yeah.
in 2020 when everything hit, I kind of started doing a lot more international stuff, and because people were getting accustomed to doing online interviews and zooming and stuff like that. But now we really want to branch and go a lot more international with our brand, and ADE is one of those kind of melting pots where everyone that's international comes into Amsterdam, and it's a
Yeah.
really awesome place and awesome time. We always have a great time. Such a beautiful city. Networking there and meeting with people, and of course the parties, which you got to be careful
Yeah.
about. We ended up vicariously throwing a party on our houseboat that we
Oh,
had
really?
some guests that, let's just say, I probably should have signed some non-disclosures for the people that came by. I can't really talk about people that came by and hung out, but it was really awesome. So yeah, and speaking of going to traveling to foreign countries to play, do you take time off to get to explore the culture of those countries when you're there? Is that kind of like part of
Oh,
your
yeah.
rider, or is it like, okay, I'm in for the show, but we're gonna stay 3 days extra to go do this? Is
Yeah.
that something that's a must when you're traveling and doing these
Yeah.
shows?
Actually, my exploring of the culture already starts before I go there. So like I go where I'm going now. Okay, like for example, I was in Mexico just a couple months ago, and like I kind of just I went through my whole house getting all like things that looked Mexicans just for like to do photo shoots and things like. Now I really like to connect with the culture, and then when I'm at the country in the country itself, yeah, also yeah, that's yeah, 100% must for me. It's
Awesome.
like
Yeah,
I
I
have to
mean,
pay if I don't do that. Yeah.
and that was like we were talking earlier about what defines success, and I think that was my next level of what I wanted to accomplish on my end, was to now travel the world and go to like Sonar in Spain, or ADE or Tomorrowland, or even go over to Japan or go to South America and go to
Yeah.
these different countries. And I've met so many now international people that they're kind of like, just get here and we'll take care of you, and I'm like, okay, cool, just get a plane ticket and get over here and we'll have some fun. We'll take a small pause right here because we're going to give a shout out to Artie and Tower. I hope I said that right. Thank you for tuning in and watching the show. Back to the questions, though. After weeks or months of heavy touring, what do you like to do in your home country to chill down and chill out and enjoy life? What are some of the activities you do when you're not in the studio or not performing?
I well, I like to watch TV. Like I also like to watch so like a Netflix, but I also like to design clothes, like a stage outfit. So I've got like my little my little sewing station, my little creative station, and then I just get something out. And I really like to make stage outfits. Like for example, one thing that I was wearing. You can see it in Las Vegas. We did a photo shoot and a video shoot for my song Nefertiti. So I made this outfit that was like, it was like a really nice. You'll see it. So I sewed on things on a bra, and then so I really like to make a stage thing that's totally mad. What else I do? Well, hula hooping, of course. I like hula hooping. Um, what else do I like to do? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and making more music and DJ, kind of. Yeah, it's kind
Awesome.
yeah,
No, I mean, you often, some people just, you can't always, they think that our lifestyles and entertainment is always just go, 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 especially with social media nowadays. You're always taking a picture, always looks like you're in, and they never know that sometimes we do take a break. Sometimes we Netflix binge. I mean, I Netflix binge a lot. I probably shouldn't. I should probably be working more. By the way, what are you currently watching on Netflix?
Oh, I'm watching the. I was a bit naughty. It was Narcos. I'm watching.
Oh, Narcos. That's with oh, what's his name? Gosh, he's one of my favorite actors. He just
Um,
played in the Nicolas Cage movie. Um,
the the Mandalorian guy.
the Mandalorian guy. Yeah, I can't remember his name right now.
I think it's
Um,
Pedro.
Pedro. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Pedro. Yes, I should watch that show. I heard it's a really good one. Yeah, I Netflix binge way too much and get 3 hours of sleep a night. Not good. Um, I've got a guest question here from one of my Facebook fans, Nate Harris. He asks you, the question to ask you is, what superhero do you most compare yourself with?
Oh, um, maybe because I get this a lot of people saying they look like Wonder Woman, and so it's Wonder Woman probably. I sometimes get like fans going, "Oh, look like Wonder Woman." Maybe it's because so in my one of my other songs, Goddess, I was dressed up. There is a video of it, and I was dressed up as 6 different goddesses. 5 different goddesses and me. So in one I'm like a Athena that has some kind of a Wonder Woman. So maybe it comes from maybe it's from that. But yeah, I guess Wonder Woman. But yeah.
That works. No, it's totally.
But yeah.
I'm actually I just binge watched on Netflix the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. So I'm a huge DC anime fan, but I'm a huge Marvel movie fan. So I'm like torn between both worlds. I don't think they've done a really great job. Although the Jack Snyder, Jeff Snyder, the Snyder 6-hour cut of DC actually did some justice and kind of helped wrap it in. But I'm a huge Marvel fan when it comes to the movies. If you could take one non-famous person in the spotlight, or if you could put one non-famous person in the spotlight who means a lot to you, other than your direct family or friends, who would that be and why? I don't want to get you in trouble here. Why didn't you pick me? Pick me.
Well, it's a bit easy, but I'll say my manager because he's always sort of like he's in here behind the screen, but he's always sort of behind the screens. But he is um so he's not. It will be good to put you in the spotlight for a bit because so he's my manager, but he's not only my manager. He's also like my driver. He also does songwriting. I've learned so much from him on loads of different areas, music production, songwriting, and yeah. So do you want to say hi? You can say hi.
Get Bruce on camera. Bruce, I want to see more than a hand. Come on, give me. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Well, we're going to be getting Bruce, Gar, and Pete on the show here shortly.
Yeah, and he never likes to mention that he has a Grammy, but when it's over there, I literally stole it and I put it in my studio. It's over there, Kissy.
You stole his Grammy?
Yeah. Well, I borrowed it. It's kind of. I think it doesn't even. It doesn't. I think Grammys don't really belong to the person. It always belongs to Grammys
because they can like revoke it at any time or something. Or
I borrowed it. Yeah, I think it's like they always own it.
They always have to stop if musicians go bankrupt. By the way, that's what.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I was not aware of that.
Yeah, so if a musician goes bankrupt, they can't touch it and take it. If they do, the Grammy guys, the LA guys, will just sue them. So they do it for that because apparently quite a few musicians, it's not really a shock, do actually go go over the years, go bankrupt. So the bankrupt people get excited and think, oh, that's worth a load of money, but they can't touch it.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
The picture, I can't even say the word, but basically no one else. You can't put it on eBay, for example. They'll sue you.
Yeah. Give us our reward back.
Exactly. Yeah, they do that. only with more.
Wow. I never would have thought of that. Before we get into a couple more questions here, I want to give a shout out to Interdimensional Recordings. Thank you for the woohoo. Awesome. So here's a good question for you.
Yeah.
If Hollywood made a movie about your life, who would you pick as the main actor?
Probably maybe just to stay with Wonder Woman. Do what's the name?
Gal.
Gal Gadot.
Is that's who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And if somebody were to write a biography about you, or you were to write a biography, had a biography written about you, what would you want the title to be?
Believe and become a star. I said so. This was I have to say because when I finished my my high school, I had this I did a big presentation on like the school stage, and I called it Believe and Become, and then dot 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 a star. But I mean, I was really young, of course. I was me in school. And this was about what we just talked about, actually, and it's sort of it intertwines as well with my school tour, because of my college tour about mental health. Because so in when I was young, I used to have very low confidence, and very I was afraid to be myself, because I was afraid to be different, afraid to be different than anyone else. So I did this. I started a big development of myself, and I first started to change little things about me, and just so that just to get more confident. And I had built it up all to that big performance, the stage at the end of the year, where I was going to do I made my first big show. I wrote my first song, made the music, I did a dance, and I also then presented my big development, about how I became from very shy and not confident girl to someone who's not afraid to follow their dreams and to look confident. And that's I then called it Believe and Become a Star. So that would probably be a good good starting point for that title.
Awesome. Yeah. That's a great title, and that's a great story. I'd love to hear more about that. You know, are you planning, do you have any tours and planned right now, or are you planning to do is anything in the works?
I'm right now I'm focused on making more new music and my radio show. But there will be, but I can't really say much about it yet. But yes, it's coming soon.
I'm used to that answer.
Right now, I'm very busy with the college school tour. I perform at about 1,000 students a week, mostly on Friday mornings, and it's really awesome. The response has been really great. The fans it's been really great to meet so many lovely students, and to bring this message about mental health, and discrimination as well, with the with Childline, the My House song.
I'm gonna give a shout out. Waveform says, "Go girl." So, you know, I think we're supposed to be expecting possibly an exclusive DJ Sessions mix from you. Are we gonna possibly get one of those?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. No, we're looking forward to it. We'll get it up there. You know, is there anything else you want to let our DJ Sessions fans know before we let you go?
Well, you can send me demos for your if you have demos, you can send them to me, to goddessasadj at gmail.com. Yeah, for any you may please start for my and play for my radio show, Goddess DJ radio show.
Awesome. And where's the best place people can find out more information about you?
It's probably my official website, nathassia.com.
Right there? You mean that one right there? Awesome. Nathassia.com. Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the show. We're definitely going to follow up with you, and we're looking forward to getting that exclusive mix. And, you know, as always, we like to stay in contact with everyone that comes on the show. So we'll be talking to you probably in the next 4 to 6 months and following up with all your releases, and, you know, let us know. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. It's going to be a pleasure having you on the show again. And Bruce, hit me up about getting you, Gil, and Pete on the show too. Or guard Pete.
For having me. Really
awesome. Thank you so much. On that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. Find us on X, find us on TikTok, find us on Instagram, find us on Meta. We're out there, but the best place to go is thedjsessions.com, because we have over 600 news stories, live interviews, exclusive mixes, and more at thedjsessions.com. Go there right now. Tell a friend. Go to the link. Check it out. If you're watching the show, after the show, go to thedjsessions.com. I'm your host, Darren, coming to you from the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington. And that's Nathassia coming in from London for the DJ Sessions virtual sessions. And remember, on the DJ Sessions, the music never stops.